World, B Marsh Boxing back at it with another live stream. Alright? Well, I've been out the loop for a little bit, man. I ain't been up on my boxing news for a little over 24 hours, you know what I mean? So, you know what I'm saying? I'm just gonna just catch up with y'all one time, you know what I mean? Get to catch up on the current news, what's going on in the world of boxing. And one thing I did notice was Freddie Roach, the trainer of Manny Pacquiao. Well, he says he's really interested. He's very interested right now in a fight between Manny Pacquiao and Lomachenko, you know what I mean? But of course, they'd have to meet at a catch weight, you know what I'm saying? Hold tight, man. Let me send these links to social media. Hold tight. Yo, what's goody, boxing fan? I see you in the chat. Wagwan, he says Wagwan, B Marsh. Wagwan, Star. How you doing, man? Thanks for coming through, you heard? Let me send these out one time to social media. Hold tight. Alrighty, let's get it, man. So, Freddie Roach wants on Manny Pacquiao and Lomachenko at a catch weight. Now, that's a fight I'd like to see for entertainment purposes. At this given stage of his career, Pac-Man could fight whoever he wants. He's obviously not interested in fighting the man, Terrence Crawford. You know what I mean? That's a fight I've been wanting since 2016, maybe even the latter part of 2015. But he wants no parts of the man. I even seen Freddie Roach talking about that the man, Terrence Crawford, is too big and too tall or something, or too young. Something to that effect. That's just an excuse, you know what I mean? Let me see what Boxing Fan says. Come on, B. Marsh. I hate the catchweight BS because Loma always comes in as a welterweight. All right, Boxing Fan, so what do you suggest? That the man Lomachenko come in as a welterweight? That's what he's not going to do, man. He ain't coming in at 147. I don't even think the man wants to even come above 140 or even at 140. But that's where Pacquiao and Boxing Fast says, yeah, he'd like Lomachenko to come at 147. That ain't gonna happen, man. That's not gonna happen. He don't even want to come up to 140, and that's where Freddie Roach and them talking about they gonna meet. They would like to meet, man. What's his name? Lomachenko. That's an interesting fight to me. You know what I mean? I think some people might think, oh, the man Manny Pacquiao might get outboxed. You know what I'm saying? The man Lomachenko might box circles around him. Other people might say, that the man Lomachenko might have pity pat punches, and he ain't gonna hurt the man Lomachenko. I'm sorry, Pacquiao. That's what makes the fight intriguing. You know what I mean? I'm also not a fan of catch weights, but it ain't gonna be the first time nor the last time we see catch weights, and we already know Manny Pacquiao's a catch weight king. And at this stage of his career, like I said, man, the man ain't looking for no difficult fights. He thought the man Jeff Horn would be a cakewalk, but he learned, man, hey, that was cherry picking gone wrong. You know what I mean? The man paid the consequences. Although I did think he won the fight, but barely. You know what I'm saying? But I think what was it, the ninth round, where he damn near took out the man Jeff Horn. Man, he left the man Jeff Horn straight up and down, black, blue, and purple. You know what I mean? But he couldn't get him out of there. So, that's an interesting fight in my opinion, you know what I'm saying? If the man, some people might say, oh, so the man Manny Pacquiao wants to fight Lomachenko, a smaller guy, at a catch weight, but he ain't trying to fight Bud. I could agree with them, That's I would definitely like to see Bud versus Pacquiao more than Lomachenko Pacquiao. But then I'm going to say, hey, man, the man Lomachenko did the same thing. He brought up an older dude in Rigondeaux, 2 weight classes up from 122 to 130. So, tit for tat's a fair game, you know what I mean? If the fans are clamoring for it, let's get it, you know what I'm saying? All right, what else we got in the world of boxing, man? Jeff Horn is open to fighting the man, because, they're having difficulty finding dates. Okay, I see somebody else in the chat. Saint Trunks 1982. What's happening, big man? How you doing? He says, Pack cherried Horn. How can you cherry pick a mandatory? Hashtag B Marsh. That's what St. Trunks 1982 is asking. Well, hey, the man was a mandatory, no doubt, but that wasn't the fight we wanted to see. You know what I mean? The man, Manny Pacquiao, that's not the fight we wanted. What the hell? Sorry, man, I'm having a difficulties here, bad connection. But like I was saying, man, the man Manny Pacquiao versus Horn, that's not what we wanted. We wanted to see the man Jeff Horn versus the man what's his name? I'm sorry, Manny Pacquiao versus um, Terrence Crawford. That's what the whole world was clamoring for. You know what I mean? That's what we've been wanting to see. The passing of the guard, basically. You know what I mean? So yeah, I could say it's cherry picking gone wrong, man. Cause straight up and down, the guy Jeff Horn had only like 16 fights. He was 16-0. Yeah, we could say that was Manny Pacquiao's mandatory. But that ain't the fight we wanted to see. And sure enough, Manny Pacquiao made that fight more difficult than it should. I think all the cuts, you know what I mean? The man had vicious headbutt and elbows to the top of the head. Hairline fractures, you know what I mean? That caused a lot of blood to pour in the man's eye. And I think that affected the man Manny Pacquiao. Not to mention Manny Pacquiao didn't even look the same as far as his build, you know what I mean? He wasn't looking cut and strong like he usually does. He looked kind of frail to me in that fight. And he fought a big welterweight in Jeff Horn, and he paid his consequences. All right, boxing fan says, but Manny is chasing money. That's why they talking about Loma, because he is hot now. Exactly. You hit it right on the nail on the head, boxing fan. Exactly. And at this stage of his career, I can't blame him, man. The man Manny Pacquiao has done everything he has to do in his career. Ain't nobody in boxing. What they say, he's an 8 division champion. I say 6. 6 division champion. Because they say he was a champion. Was it at a world champ? He was a lineal champion at 126 when he beat the man, the babyface assassin, Marco Antonio Barrera. So that's not a world title. That's a lineal title. And when he beat, what's his name? What's that English guy's name? Ricky Hatton for the 140-pound lineal title. You know what I mean? So they be counting those as world titles, but I usually don't. So in my opinion, Manny Pacquiao is a 6 different division world champion, which is a great accomplishment. You know what I mean? No, not that I think. I know Oscar De La Hoya was the first man to become a 6 different division world champion. And Manny Pacquiao eclipsed that, you know what I mean? Floyd Mayweather is a 5 different division champion. You check it, and the first man to reach 4 was what's his name? Or was it 5? The first man to break 5 was, what's his name? Sugar Ray Leonard, you know what I mean? 147, 54, 60, 75, and 68, you know what I mean? All right, boxing fan asking the chats. B. Marsh, what about my nigga Jamal Charlo? When is he gonna fight GGG? Well, he's actually in an eliminator. Which one is it? Jamal Charlo is in a WBC eliminator versus Hugo Centeno Jr. You know what I mean? Which is a good fight, very good fight in my opinion, man. Hugo Centeno Jr. had a vicious knockout. He put that kid Emmanuel Alim. He put him to sleep, man. That was one of my KOs of the year, KO candidates for the year. So that's going to be a WBC eliminator. Whoever wins that fight will become the Triple G's mandatory. And that's a fight I'm looking forward to. You know what I'm saying? So, you know what I mean? That's a fight I'm looking forward to. I think Hugo Centeno Jr. earned his shot. And, you know, the guy's Mexican, you know what I'm saying? You know, the guy has a Mexican descent, so, you know, he's already in the WBC's pocket. So, Jamal Charlo, you know, hey, this is one thing, and big ups to my man. I was chatting with my man, AP. Big ups to Anthony Purvis. Shout outs to you, man from B-More, residing in the BKNY right now. We was talking about how everybody be gassing Jamal Charlo, talking about he's a bad man. Oh, he's at 160, and the man Jamal Charlo cleans out everybody. He gonna beat up everybody at 160. That's what people are saying. Okay, that's your right to believe that. All right, that's your opinion. You can believe what you want. But how you gonna say that he comes out to 160, Jamal Charlo, and is gonna clean out 160 and beat up Triple G, beat up everybody else, Canelo, beat up all these fighters at 160, but they're not giving Bud Crawford, the #1 pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, they're not giving him his dues to say, oh, he can come into 147 and wreak havoc. There's a lot of people faking on the man Terrence Bud Crawford because, like I said, I think that was my last video. All Errol Spence's newfound fans were once upon a time Keith Thurman nut huggers, and that's a fact. You know what I'm saying? And you guys are thinking, okay, look, I gotta see both of them. They gotta do more at 147. You know what I mean? I told you guys, man, that Kell Brook versus Errol Spence fight, man, that wasn't just a cakewalk for Errol Spence. Go even ask Dante's Boxing Nation. You know what I mean? He was live at Sheffield in the stadium over there in Sheffield. You know what I mean? That fight was a dog fight, man. Errol Spence broke the man down late. The last two rounds, round 9, 10, and 11, were Errol Spence, and that's where he did damage. Before that, the fight was in the balance, you know what I mean? Kell Brook had spectacular moments in that fight. And believe you me, if that fight went 12, went the distance, and it was a close fight, you think Errol Spence would have left England with that world title? I believe not. You know what I'm saying? So let's not get it twisted, man. Errol Spence is a good fighter, but Kell Brook had his moments in there. And Terrence Bud Crawford, I got to see him at 147. But if he's the number one pound-for-pound fighter on the planet, the man has displayed skills, best switch hitter in the game. You know what I'm saying? Man could switch from southpaw to orthodox just like that in the blink of an eye. Then why fellas not giving the man Bud Crawford a chance or think that he can come to 147 and dominate? In my opinion, he beats Keith Thurman. Only man that I think, I'm not sure as of yet, I'll have to think about it. I'm not confident with my pick, would be Terrence Bud Crawford versus Errol Spence. I don't know who wins that fight. You know what I'm saying? Nobody definitely knows who wins that fight. So people need to stop it, man. Jamel Charlo doesn't come in to 160 and just wash everybody. The man barely got through the man. What's my guy's name? Austin Trout. You know what I mean? So let's stop it. Let's stop it, fellas. You know what I mean? Let me see what Boxing Fan says in the chat. Boxing Fan says, they say Khan fight in Granados. Man, that's a trap. That's a trap fight, man. I didn't even hear about that. Like I said, I've been out the loop for a little over 24 hours, maybe close to 48. You know what I mean? Because man's on vacation. Not everywhere I'm at, I'm going to have, Wi-Fi. But if he fights Granados in his first, Boxer Fan says Khan may be biting his hand. No question, man. Hey, man, Granados is a tough customer, dogs. Dude, that's not a fight that you want to take in your first fight back after being out the ring since May of 2016. The man's going on 2 years out of the ring, and you want to fight the man Granados? Man, Granados versus Sean Porter was a dog fight, man. I think I had it a draw or Porter barely winning that fight. If the man wasn't clowning around, in my opinion, what's his name? Granados in a couple of them rounds. He could have won that fight easily, you know what I'm saying? So, hey, man, don't do it, man. Hey, don't do it. But, hey, we want to see an entertaining fight. I don't care if Khan wins or loses. He ain't my guy. So if you want to fight the man Adrian Granados, be my guest. All right? So, yeah, man, just touching on some boxing topics one time, man. Another topic I seen was my prospect of the year for 2017. Josh Taylor, man out of Scotland. Very good fighter, man. I think he's 11-0 with 10 KOs. The first man to the first man to stop Miguel Vasquez, just like I predicted, you know what I'm saying? Well, he's going in for another Mexican legend, you know what I mean? Humberto Soto, you know what I'm saying? Humberto Soto's a guy I've been watching for well over 10 years, you know what I mean? I remember him fighting Kevin Kelly, man, that was a long time ago. I want to say that was like 2000, maybe 2001 or 2. That was a long time ago. You check it. I even seen Humberto Soto fight live. That was actually the last time I heard of him. When he fought fellas like I was live when he fought this guy. What's his name? What's my guy's name? John Molina. I was there live for that on the Mayweather versus Maidana undercard, you know what I mean? So, Humberto Soto's, man, an OG in the game. And looks like Josh Taylor, that's who they try to go for, another Mexican legend. This guy's been out the ring for a minute, though. Humberto Soto, you know what I mean? He's been out the ring, I believe, since like 2016. Boxing Fan says Kevin Kelly should be in the Hall of Fame. Very underrated fighter. I agree with you, man. if the man Prince Nassim is in the Hall of Fame, and everybody knows Prince Nassim Ahmed's fight with Kevin Kelly, one of the best fights I've ever seen in my life. That man should be in the Hall of Fame too, you know what I mean? That man got numerous names on his resume, you know what I'm saying? So, Kevin Kelly's a guy. I agree with you, man. I agree with you, boxing fan. That man should be in the Hall of Fame, same way as Prince Nassim. But the man, Humberto Soto, them fellas fought fellas like Matisse. That fight was a very entertaining fight. Them fellas went toe to toe, you know. Humberto Soto, man, this guy's a good fighter, you know what I mean? Them fellas fought fellas like, I just mentioned John Molina, you know what I mean? He fought fellas like Juan Carlos Abreu, even Antonio Orozco. You check it, so, that's a good name on the man, what's his name's resume. Josh Taylor, if he can get through him, which I do believe he will. But that's an over-the-hill Humberto Soto he fighting. Humberto Soto, I even remember him fighting fellas like, what's my Dominican guy's name? Damn it, man, what's this guy's name, man? The dude who fought the man Ali Funica. And I had Ali Funica from South Africa beating him twice. Damn, what's my guy's name, man? Dominican kid. Juan Guzman, there you go. Juan Guzman, boxing fan, wrote it in the chat. Lorenzo and Guzman, yeah. He fought the man Juan Guzman, you know what I mean? So Humberto Soto's an OG in the game. You check it, but I do think at this age, this stage of his career, man, the man Josh Taylor will wash him. Same way I predicted he's gonna do the man, what's his name? Miguel Vasquez. Miguel Vasquez was coming up to 140. That's not the best weight class for him, especially at this stage of his career, you know what I mean? You check it, so, that's going to be a fight that I'm looking forward to. So mark your calendars. That's March 3rd, again in Glasgow. Josh Taylor versus Humberto Soto. All right? What else we got in boxing news one time? Okay, this dude, that Japanese dude, man. That Japanese dude who had this guy, what was his name? Kenichi Ogawa. The man who had a dubious decision versus Kevin Farmer. You know what I mean? A controversial fight. I had Kevin Farmer winning that fight by like 1 round. I had it 2 rounds actually, 7-5, you know what I mean? Well, this guy has tested positive for PEDs. The Nevada State Athletic Commission reveals Thursday during its monthly meeting that Ogawa, who won the vacant IBF super featherweight title versus Kevin Farmer, has been suspended for failing a test for performance enhancing drugs. Man, dude, just vacate that belt. That's exactly what the IBF need to do. And I seen the man, what's his name? What's my guy from B-More's name? Wood the God. Shout out to Wood the God. Shout out to 410. Shout out all my peoples over there on the east side of Baltimore with the 4x4s. Big ups to y'all, man. I ain't been through there in a minute, man. Shit, man. It's been kind of hectic on them sides of town. I'm coming from D.C., man. They don't love fellas from D.C. and B-More. But I still got people out there. I got family out there, so shout outs to them on the east side, man. 4x4s. But I seen Wood the God talking about Tevin Farmer versus Gervonta Davis in Baltimore at the Royal Farms Arena over there in Baltimore. Let's do it, man. Man, if I'm back in the States from vacay, I'm going to go out there, son. With the God, man, I missed the opportunity to meet you, man. You know what I'm saying? We probably could have linked up if I was back home, if I came to Brooklyn for that fight versus this weekend, Lamar Peterson and Errol Spence. You know what I mean? I'd have loved to be in the area for that. But shit, if they make that fight happen for the vacant IBF strap that Gervonta Davis lost on the scales with this dude, that Okashi, that Japanese dude, hey man, I'm gonna come through, man. Make that fight happen. Tevin Farmer versus Gervonta Davis for the IBF vacant 130-pound title. That's if the man could even make weight anymore. Make 130 pounds. What's his name? Gervonta Davis, you know what I mean? So this Ogawa kid, this guy's dirty, man. So forget about him, man. Strip him of that title and let real fighters fight for that. Clean fighters, you know? All right, let's see. Okay, another fight we got coming up this weekend, and I ain't get to do a prediction video for it. A boxing fan says, "Nah, I don't want to see Davis as a champion." Hey man, the man was a champion. He ain't never lost in the ring. You know what I mean? Boxing fan says he's gonna milk it. I agree with you 100%. He's gonna milk it. The man is gonna babysit that belt, hold it hostage, fight a bunch of nobodies. Remember that nobody he fought on that Mayweather McGregor undercard, man? That dude was giving him work, man. I've seen him fight numerous times at the DC Armory. Um, Javante Davis, before he became a world champ, before he even got with the man. This one he was training over there at the Headbangers gym. Fonseca, exactly. Man, that dude was giving him work, man. That was a dubious decision. The dubious call, man, you know. They didn't let the guy continue, and, you know, he got hit kind of after the bell. I didn't complain about it, but Javante Davis has never really impressed me. I ain't gonna lie. I'm gonna keep it tall with y'all, man. He never really impressed me, but hey, man, him versus Tevin Farmer, Philadelphia versus Baltimore, two cities that are about an hour 45, an hour and a half away from each other. There's going to be war up there in the Baltimore Royal Farms Arena, man. Fellas might be strapped, man. Baltimore's not a city to play with neither, you know what I mean? It's going to be war out there, especially if Javante Davis loses in his hometown, you know what I mean? But if they don't make that fight happen in Baltimore at the Royal Farms Arena, then bring it over to my side of town. Closer to me anyways, at the MGM National Harbor, Oxon Hill, Maryland, you know what I mean? All right, another fight that I didn't make a prediction for was Robertista versus Javier Fortuna, you know what I mean? This is going to be for the lightweight title that the man for what's his name holds. What's his name? Robertista, you know what I mean? And that's going to be a good fight, a very good fight. You know, Javier Fortuna, I've never seen him in a dull fight. I think he's going to bring the pressure on the man. What's his name? Robertista. Robertista, in my opinion, he had a draw with, the kid's name? Shafikov at 135. That was a bad decision, you know what I'm saying, by giving it to Robertista in his hometown, which I knew would have happened, but I had that fight a draw. Well, anyways, I think Javier Fortuna's he's gonna lose a fight though. You know, I think the man Robertista's gonna have the length and the reach, and if he doesn't make it a dog fight, cause he could get clipped, man. He could get caught, man. You know what I mean? I've seen him on the canvas. You check it. My man Richard Comey put him on the canvas. You check it. So, what's goody Anthony Purvis? What's goody AP? I shouted you out already, man. He says, anybody with eyes could see Tank was toying with Fonseca, which I didn't like at all. He attempted to put on a show, in my opinion. Yeah, that might be the case, man, you know. But yeah, he just looked terrible in that fight, man. Yeah, the man was playing with the dude, yeah, but, man, he ain't impressed nobody. Nobody came out of watching that McGregor Mayweather undercard say, damn, I got to see this kid fight again, man. He impressed me. He ain't do nothing against that guy, so, you know, I'm just not sold on the guy, you know, and there's nothing against Tank. I just ain't a believer like that, you know what I mean? Especially the way he been avoiding Lomachenko since day one, you know what I mean? I just haven't been, you know, I've just been critical of the guy. And hey, you know, he got to do better. He got to show me more, you know what I mean? What's it called? I was talking about Robertista, though. You know, Robertista going to have to keep this guy he's going to have to outbox him. Don't get involved in a slugfest. Don't get involved in, you know, a barroom brawl with this Dominican kid, because that's what he loves to do. This guy don't care if he gets hit in the face. Javier Fortuna. Man, he was winning that fight versus Jason Sosa before he got clipped, you know what I mean? So, you know, Javier Fortuna, man, you seen him get put down in the first round. He was trying to go in for the kill versus Omar Douglas from Delaware. Omar Douglas caught him with one of the meanest right hooks I'd seen in boxing in a while. And look, the man Robertista should, or I'm sure he's watched film on his opponent. And if he fights him from a distance, circles around him, makes this guy have to set up his feet in order to unleash power, you know what I mean? Be flat-footed. That way that man's gonna outbox and throw that jab and just, you know what I'm saying, catch him with the 1-2. And the guy Robert Easter, I seen him fight live too. I seen him put Argenis Mendes, I seen him put him damn near to sleep, you know what I mean, at the DC Armory. And he can definitely do that. He ain't been doing it lately. He ain't do that with Comey nor but he did catch Comey viciously in the in the 12th round though. But he ain't put him on the canvas, nor did he put Shafikov. Nor did he put the opponent that he had in between them two. So Robert Easter, man, he gotta get back to that power, man. That's what he gotta do. Boxing Fan says at interviews with Gervonta Davis, when Loma's name comes up, he started ducking like a bitch. Damn, you ain't never lied, dogs. Son is avoiding him, man. He's avoiding him like he got the plague, the rabies. She just don't want no parts of him. And in my opinion, you know, if he beats Lomachenko at this stage of his career, he's one of the best fighters in the world. That's the incentive right there. You beat him, you become the moneymaker. You become that power mover. You know what I'm saying? Moving and shaking in the division, you know what I mean? All right, let's get into another topic I've seen. Tyson Fury has offered the man Joseph Parker to be his sparring partner for the Anthony Joshua fight. That's a good move in my opinion for the man, what's his name, for both of them. For Tyson Fury to get back in shape, that's a good look, you know what I mean, if he could sharpen his skills. And definitely Anthony Parker, what's his name, Joseph Parker, could definitely it could help him a lot by sparring with the technician like the man Tyson Fury. So it's a win-win situation for both of them. Both of them could give past secrets and tactics on how to beat the man Anthony Joshua, the king of the heavyweight division. So, you know, I think it'd be a good thing for both of them. Win-win situation. Nobody, they both would actually, it would be an advantage for both of them, you know what I mean? So both of them should try to get it in. Hey, I'm about to watch this show right here, man. This is a show I'll be watching over here when I'm over here in Nairobi, son. It's a show about little kids, you know what I mean? Kids from the hood, you know what I mean? In the hood out there, out in Nairobi called Kibera. And, you know, it just shows everyday life in the hood, what they go through, suffering, hustling. Just, you know what I'm saying? It's a good show, man, and I'm about to watch this. Yeah, I mean, just had to show you one time what I'm about to watch in a bit. Because I think that's about it for the Donnie Nietes versus Carlos Refko added to Super Flyweight 2 card. I'm not too sure who that Refko kid is, but I do know Donnie Nietes, kid from the Philippines. Man, been a champion for years. You know what I mean? So, let me see what else they saying. Yeah, Boxing Fan, I'm in Nairobi, son. I'm back home, man, you know what I mean? Enjoying life, you know what I mean? Living it up. Doing things I can't even do in a place called Babylon. And, you know, I'm in the heart of Babylon, nation's capital, you know what I mean? In D.C., so, you know, I'm just enjoying life where I'm at, you know what I mean? Just, you know, I beat the snow. I'm not out there in the cold. Man, it's frigid out there in the States, man, on the East Coast, man. I'm glad I'm not there. You know, as I get older, when I was a kid, we used to play in the snow, throw snowballs, you know what I'm saying? Play football in the snow, go sledding, all kinds of nut-ass shit in the snow. I don't do that no more. That cold, man, when it hit my ribs, man, I'm like, oh, my God. I need to get up out of here. This ain't life. I'm over here in the sunshine, man, you know what I mean? Enjoying life. You check it. What else we got? What else we got in the news? You know what I mean? Yordenis Ugas versus Ray Robinson for the this is a title eliminator, if I'm not mistaken, at 147 for the IBF strap that Errol Spence holds. Well, that's going to be put on the Danny Garcia versus Brandon Rios undercard. You know what I mean? Boxing Fan says, oh my God, he says I was there last month in East Lee. You serious, Boxing Fan? My dude, I just came from there, man. I just came from the gold spot, man, buying some shines. You know what I mean? I just came from there, real talk. I was there about an hour ago. What a crazy coincidence, man. Big ups to you, man. I never knew you even been out here, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout outs to my man Boxing Fan already. And you know, when I'm going back to the States, I'm going through Amsterdam. But I only got like a 5-hour layover, so I probably can't hit the city, man. I'm going to just be in Schiphol, you know what I mean? My man Boxing Fan says, good for you, brother. I'm out, brother. Enjoy your holiday. Hey, shout outs to you, Boxing Fan. I was just in Italy, man. Copping some shines, you know what I mean? You check it, so big ups to you, man. So, yo, man, B Marsh Boxing, man, I think I'm about to seal up this video, man. I probably would go on some little more, man, but I told you one of my favorite shows right now is popping this show right here with the liquid youth still, you know what I mean? So, yo, B Marsh Boxing about to shut down the video, and I'm going to catch you on the next vid, man. Shout out to my man Anthony Purvis. Shout out to my man Boxing Fan. Big ups to you. You already know. Big ups to AP. You know what I mean? Big ups to my man. Who else was in the chat? Big ups to Saint Trunks 1982. Shout outs to you, man. All right? B Marsh Boxing, and I'm gone. One.